Alrighty, hello and good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Swish stream with Steven. I am Steven. My team is Swish Gaming. If you enjoy the content, please give us a follow on YouTube at The Swish Gaming YT, Twitter The Swish Gaming, Facebook The Swish Gaming, and Twitch The Swish Gaming. Real quick before we get into any of our content today regarding the gameplay and the deck selection and all that. Real quick, I'm going to do a plug for that foil Ragavan again. This weekend, you may have seen a lot of the Swish guys walking around wearing the foil Ragavan around their necks. We also gave it to Zach Allen in his top 8, and we gave it to Carly has it right now, so I can't flash it in front of the screen for her top 4 finish yesterday. She got to wear it home. But you can be the owner of that foil Ragavan if you give this channel, The Swish Gaming, on Twitch, a subscribe. If you subscribe to this channel, once we hit 50, we are going to give that away. We're going to do a live giveaway. We're going to raffle it off. So if you're interested in that, please give us a subscription. We'd really appreciate that. We want to reward people for, basically we're doing the giveaway because we hit 500 followers a couple weeks ago. That was my goal for the year by October, and we've hit that. I'm really happy about that, so I wanted to give back to our viewers in some way, and that's how we decided that we're going to do it. So if you're interested in that, do that. That'd be great. We would obviously greatly appreciate it, and we appreciate all of you. Anyway, okay, enough about the Ragavan. I guess one more funny thing about the Ragavan, we had a joke that it was kind of unlucky because everybody that wore it, Allen wore it in his top 8 match, lost. Noah wore it at the beginning of the tournament yesterday, lost both his rounds. Lag test? How is it, Matt? The only person who could win with it around their neck seemed to be Dewey, so I don't know what the deal was because I wore it on Saturday and got annihilated in Modern, but I did quite well yesterday. I got 17th place with my build of Blue-Red Phoenix that I was testing. Okay, fair enough, Matt. I did well with my build. I got 17th place. I actually lost to this kid named Charlie, who I think got 11th place if I look back at the standings. He was indomitable creativitying into Hornet Queens and Void Winnowers. His deck was really neat. It's a bummer he couldn't actually top 8. That would have been really cool to see that deck in top 8. But if you haven't gotten a chance to look at that deck or paid attention to it, I would strongly recommend checking it out. Really, really cool deck. I'm not going to put it on screen right now, but really, really sweet deck. Would highly recommend checking it out. I believe he got 11th or 10th place. He did very, very well. I believe it was called Is It Combo is what it was labeled as. But a really cool deck. He beat me in round 2, and then in round 5, I lost to, or it might have been round 4. I think it was round 5. In round 5, I lost to a blue-white control player. It was a pretty close match, I guess. Game 1, I really didn't get to play. Saw 3 lands and 25 cards. So I got pretty brutalized in Game 1, which is typically the game you want to win. That's good, Matt. Glad to see it improved. Definitely one you want to win against the deck that's going to board into Rest in Peace against you. I was able to take Game 2, and then Game 3 couldn't quite finish it off. Unfortunately, I got Dream Trawlered, and that was not a good time for me. And then we were able to rattle off some wins to finish off the tournament at 6-2. But the real story of the weekend, I think, was that like 5 players from the Team Swish Discord call and like 4 players from the Grand Rapids area all top 8'd, including my podcast partner, Larry Fields. So congratulations to him. Kyle Gonzalez made it all the way to the finals. Really good young player from the Grand Rapids area. Super good. Strong player. Always fun to play against him. He definitely has a winning record against me in locals. In fact, I don't know that I've even ever beaten him, actually. So really, really good player. Really cool to see him kind of break through and get that top 8. Same with Larry. Well-deserved top 8s for them. Raja Suleiman got a top 8 with the Esper control deck that I watched him build on Discord like 3 weekends ago. And he convinced Zach Allen to play nearly the same 75, whom also top 8'd his second event of the weekend. So just a lot of really, really good results from people that we're in close contact with and who we test with and cheer for. So awesome job to everybody. Huge shout out to all my friends and teammates that did really well. And then obviously Carly Peterson as well. Another close friend of ours got top 4 with Mono Blue Spirit. So just all in all, an awesome weekend for everybody. Um, really, really strong showing from the Michigan gang at the Michigan event. So good work representing everybody. All right, enough shout outs to people who did well this weekend. Let's get into the deck that we're going to play today. Let's start talking about Scott Polera's Blue Red Phoenix deck. He won the event. And he won it with Blue Red Phoenix, which is what I was testing almost exclusively last week after the ban. We did a little bit of messing around with the Blue Red Narset deck, but losing Iteration was just terrible for that deck, I think. But Phoenix, in some ways, I think actually got better after the Iteration ban, which I know probably sounds insane, but like Iteration didn't like feed your graveyard and lead to hyper aggressive Phoenix draws, and strategic planning, chart a course, these 2-mana cards that can put the Phoenixes in the yard and just kind of fuel your graveyard, like that's what this deck is trying to do anyway. So the banning almost didn't even hurt this deck really that badly. I know that might sound kind of insane, but I really don't think the banning was that big of a deal for this deck, and clearly it wasn't. It just won the tournament. But now we're gonna test Scott's list out here. There was one thing I did change, and this is just a personal preference. I don't think this change makes very much of a difference at all. He was on 4 Fiery Impulse and 1 Strangle. I don't really like that split. I think 3 Impulse, 2 Strangle is right, because I want to be able to deal with Narsets out of blue-white control specifically. Hitting walkers with Strangle is really important, and I don't want just 1 copy in my deck. And I think this change is pretty negligible, but I just like having that second answer to Planeswalkers in my deck. So I'm going to do that. I really don't think that changes how the deck functions or will play out really at all. It's almost the same card. The only difference is one of them deals with manlands and deals with Greasefang, which is Fiery Impulse, and then one of them can deal with walkers, but it's only a sorcery, so that's the downside. But I do want to play 2 of this, so I'm going to do that. But other than that, pretty straightforward Phoenix deck, not very much different than what you would normally see. However, one change that I think was really good that I'm excited to try out here is he's playing 4 Treasure Cruise as opposed to 2. Typically, the Temporal Trespass builds were only on 2 Treasure Cruise, but he just played all 4, which I'm all about. This card is broken. You should just play 4 of this card. Until they ban this, you should play 4 of this card in whatever blue deck you're playing. Because this card is insanely broken, and the reason to play blue in this format, and really, I mean, it's just, this card is insane. Like, this is exactly what makes this archetype so good. But he's still on the 2 Temporal Trespass, and some way that he kind of adjusted his deck building to make the Delve spells a little more consistent is he's playing 4 Strategic Planning as opposed to the 4 Chart a Course, which is +1 card in your graveyard no matter how it resolves. If you Chart a Course and discard a card, that's 2 cards into the bin. But if you Strategic Planning, that's 3 cards into the bin no matter what. Because you take one of those 3, and then the other 2 go into the bin, and the Strategic Planning goes into the bin. So that's 3 cards into your bin. It's also probably a little better at hyper getting the Phoenixes out. One thing that's a little awkward about this list that we'll see how it goes. He's only playing 3 Lightning Axe, so you only have 3 ways to pitch a bird that gets in your hand when you're cutting the Chart a Courses. I guess his hope is that, A, he doesn't draw them, which, I mean, you've got a lot of ways to manipulate, so maybe you won't draw them. But one thing you can do, too, that I haven't gotten to do yet because I haven't played many of the Galvanic Iteration builds. In fact, I don't think I've played Galvanic Iteration in any of my Phoenix builds yet. Galvanic Iteration, Treasure Cruise, draw beyond your hand size, and then end step pitch the birds. 3 is greater than 2. That's just math. Yep, for sure. That is just math, Matt. So anyway, we're gonna see how it works, but I'm excited to try it out. Playing 4 pieces of the puzzle, really just fuel that graveyard, get the birds in there, draw 2 cards, find Treasure Cruises, find our combo kill and Temporal Trespass, and kind of do the thing. One other thing I want to mention before we get into it, I'm a little worried I'm going to get punished by this because I already had some lack of red mana issues this weekend. Good, Matt. That's good. I already had some red mana issues in my deck this weekend, and I was on 2 more red sources than this deck is. He's only playing 2 Stormcard Coast, and I was on 4. So I had 2 more red sources than this. He's up a Hall to Storm Giants, which I guess I understand if you're doing the Temporal Trespass thing. You really want Hall if you take an extra turn for the combo kill. But it's kind of, I mean, it's a little low on how many red sources we have, so we'll see how that works. I'm a little worried about this second Hall and not just being another red source. We'll see how it works. I'm going to just keep his mana base as is. The spells, like I said, changing the 1 Strangle, I don't think really hurts the deck very much at all. And I think it's going to give me slightly more game against like opposing Narsets and things. Then we've got the sideboard here. Kept his sideboard exactly the same as well. The one of Fable of Mirror Breaker is very interesting. Being able to clone Crackling Drakes is sick. There are 3 of those, so we can beat the Graveyard Hate better. This has got a lot of good interactive spells. Spell Pierce, Aether Gust, Disdainful Stroke, 2 Disputes, Rending Volley, Abrade, Fry, Lava Coil, Pithing Needle. Just tons of, like, very solid cards. There are a lot of one-ofs, but this deck sees so many cards that you're typically able to find these one-ofs. So we're gonna see how this goes. We're gonna hop in a league. We're gonna do this. I think later we might hop into a Modern league with a deck that I kind of want to screw around with, that I think might be kind of interesting. It's kind of an old school list that really hasn't popped up in Modern in quite some time, but I actually think it might be okay right now, and it's my own take on it. So we'll see how it goes. But before we do that, we're gonna do a league with Blue Red Phoenix here. And then tomorrow, I know the trophy leader, Bothinda, or I'm not sure how to pronounce the name. Hopefully I'm not butchering it. But we're going to go ahead and play his version of Phoenix, which is very similar to this, but has a pretty different sideboard plan. So we'll kind of see how all that goes. But let's hop in a league here. Did I not rent these cards? I thought I rented these cards. Give me a moment here, chat, while I rent the deck. Thought for sure I rented, but maybe I canceled the trade or something and wasn't paying attention. Who knows? Either way, we're going to rent these cards. Here we go. I guess I just didn't rent them. It's really funny. Oops. But I'm excited to play this. I told everybody last week I thought Phoenix was an insane deck, and it won the tournament. So I feel pretty justified in my claim. And honestly, I did really well with my build too. Like 17th place is nothing to be too upset about. Nothing to be too upset about. Okay. Let's get all our cards. Drag them down. There we go. Alright. Confirm trade. Oh, it's really weird. I thought I rented these. Very strange. I wonder if I, like, didn't complete the trade or something. Seems like something I would do. Alright. Update with versions and collection, please. Here we are. Time to go in a league. Let's see if we can get our classic 4-1. Classic 4-1 league upcoming. Feeling it. Alright, let's rock. Can I win the foil Ragavan now? I feel scammed. Why do you feel scammed, Larry Fields, 1990? It is in the board, Matt. Yep. The Fable's in the board, too. It's a one of Fable. There are 3 Crackling Drakes and 1 Fable in the board, which is like the way you win through the Graveyard Hate. We'll see how it goes. You guys should see what I have cooked up in Modern. We've got a fun one I'm going to try. I'm going to try actually borrowing it for FNM tonight too, even before playing it in leagues. I think there's some pretty cool theory crafting behind it that I'm very interested in. All right, let's hop in. You're disappointed in my lack of alchemy draft, dude. I thought the alchemy. I'm gonna be honest. I thought the format was awful. It was still like kind of fun. Like I would play it if I didn't have other things to do, but I think that format was pretty bad. All right, we're gonna keep this. We're gonna plan strategically. Is there any world where I would axe on turn 1? Maybe if they're on mono green, I would do that. I don't want to do that, but I think I should give myself the option to kill an elf. Oh, Saffron Olive. Yeah, that's funny. Cool. MTG Goldfish, dude. So I wonder if he's playing some nonsense. We're just going to lead on this. I don't love leading on the land that has utility later, but honestly, with the way our hand is, it's very unlikely that we would be channeling this in any like quick capacity here. So we'll see if, I mean, Saffron usually plays nonsense, right? Yeah. You think he's playing Mono Black Devotion? I'm feeling Mono Black Devotion incoming here. He's going to be Gray Merchanting. I feel it in my bones. All right, I'm not going to play Shredder into the Fatal Push that he very likely has, so I'm just going to strategic plan and try and hit a land drop. Let's just try and get some mana going. All right, there's our land drop. I could obviously take another Treasure Cruise, but that seems pretty greedy. I'm just going to take the land here. Go. This deck definitely wants to hit its land drops. Next turn I can go Shredder plus Opt, pitch the Phoenix. Oh, is he just playing? Oh, yeah, okay. Waste Not, of course. Why didn't I consider Waste Not? I need to... Oh, you're right. You're right. Thanks, Larry. There we are. Okay. We're going to play this Coast. Opponent discards a creature, create a 2/2, discards a land, add black, discards a non-creature, draw a card. Oh, wow. That actually makes Shredder really awkward, huh? Conniving is very awkward with a Waste Not in play. Actively terrible. Actively terrible. I just give them Waste Not triggers. Yeah, it makes Axe pretty awkward. Axe is going to be bad against their deck anyway. Well, I guess I'm going to Pieces then. I think this is probably a Pieces turn. Ledger Shredder seems like ass. We'll just be discarding that, I think, this game. Alright, planning, consider. I think how we're going to have to win this game is, like, just combo kill them with Temporal Trespass, I would imagine. Next turn, we'll hopefully hit a bird. I'm expecting to get, like, Go Blanked, too. Alright. I assume they have main deck Go Blanks. It seems very likely. Well, I'm going to pitch a bird, because he only has 2 mana, so unless he has main deck Cling to Dust, he's not going to be getting this. Yeah, Waste Not is sweet against me. You're not wrong, Larry. You are not wrong, man. Alright. See you later, bird. Get a 2/2. Well, let's start going off. So, we definitely want to... I have 7 cards plus a bird in there, so I think I can pretty freely Treasure Cruise first to get the most information. So let's cruise. Ancestral Recall, please. So that's spell 1. Alright, there's a bird which we can pitch here to the Lightning Axe if we want. I think I'm going to strategic planning here. I'm going to play the island and strategic planning. I'm pretty sure that's going to be my play. See if we can hit a 3rd bird. Okay, I'm going to take the Treasure Cruise, I think. So they're going to get another 2/2. I'm just going to kill this 2/2 with the axe. It's a little awkward because I'm turning on Fatal Push, but that's okay. Yeah, I think I take the cruise so I could flash back the iteration, or maybe I just take the... I wonder if I just take the iteration. Is taking the iteration better? I can, like, consider or opt twice. I can't determine how good this is actually going to be. It's probably still going to be pretty good, right? Yeah, I'm just going to, when in doubt, take Ancestral Recall, I suppose. Alright, you get another 2-2. Congratulations. Alright, combat, please. I probably just gave him Revolt on push, which is a little annoying, but whatever. These birds are coming back. The birds are back in town. Yep, you got it. I think we can race this. I'm not too afraid of what's going on in this game, to be completely honest. Kroxa. Could just be another one of these idiots, too, I guess. How many cards do I have to show them? They have a Cleric, and so I have to show them 2 cards. I guess I just show them both of my Ledger Shredders. These cards suck. I have no interest in playing these at all because they're going to be so bad against Waste Not, so check those out, baby. Check them out, Saffron. Which Ledger Shredder would you like? Ouch. Oh, baby. Alright, we're doing it now. I think I'm going to consider here first. Well, I get to draw 6 here if I'd like. I think I'm going to bin this. Although it's, like, fine. It's really not that bad. I could just not do the iteration play here. God, the iteration play is so tempting, though. I want to do it so bad. But it might not even be correct. Maybe I just keep this and, like, kill both 2/2s, get the other chicken back, attack for 6, cruise, draw 3. Hey, I want to draw 6 cards, though. I'm too greedy. We're gonna draw 6 here. Okay. Excuse me. Leave all our cards that matter in there. Draw 6. Okay. Okay, I think I'm just going to shock and strangle a 2/2 here. Pretty sure. Oh, man. Moving to cleanup here is going to be awkward, though, I will say. Because that's going to give them another Waste Not trigger. Well, not much I can do about it. Strangle. I guess I could just pitch my Spirebluff Canal to give them mana that won't matter. Yeah, I can pretty freely attack here, I think. They have Fatal Push again, sure. Alright, Saffron, you're annoying me. The question is, what do I pitch? I guess Canal enters tapped. It's not even a good land here anyway. Let's give him mana that he can't use. Unless maybe he can push my bird again, but yeah. Alright. Seems good. I will take 4. Ob Nixilis. Okay. Cool. I actually want to discard cards here, right? That's like actively good for me, so I can trespass. Yeah, I'm gonna... So he draws a card if I pitch non-creatures, right? I think the first thing I pitch is the Ledger Shredder. More than likely. I just don't think this card is doing very much. That's step one. Have a 2-2. Okay. I think I actually pitched the Lightning Axe. I just don't need this. And next turn, I'm just going to kill him. A little awkward to give him a card, but there was really no way around it. I don't think he can beat the extra turn spell here. So the first thing I'm going to do is strategic planning. Because I can't quite play the copy spell and take an extra turn. So let's go ahead and do this. I would actually like an untapped land here. That'd be great. I'd love to bin a bird, too. Oh, there's another bird. Good game. I'll put the opt into my hand, I suppose. Oh, I didn't realize this is 3 blue, though. That's very awkward. For some reason, I was thinking it was 2 blue. I don't think I really could have done this much differently, though. I think this still works out okay. So I guess I go for lethal here, right? I take an extra turn, I leave my birds in the yard, and one of the iterations. 3 mana, 8 cards. I get to leave the 2 birds in one of the iterations, and the next turn I get to try to triple bird them. This turn I only have 1 bird to put him to 9. I think this is the right play. I don't know. I think this is correct. Play that. Combat at you. And push isn't going to be able to kill a bird this time either, because I'm not going to kill any of his stuff. So, right on time with that haul. It's alright though. Opt. We'll bottom this. Okay, that's pretty good. Opt. Bottom. Actually, I almost want to keep that on top in a way. Because the untapped land could be useful. Huh. And then I can't draw that last bird. I'm actually going to keep this on top. Okay. Saffron is dead. Nice try, Waste Not. Not today. Okay, well, safe to say he's going to go blank the shit out of me, so I'm going to bring these in and this in. I guess I want Spell Pierce to maybe hit Waste Not. Seems okay. Nothing else makes much sense. Saffron Olive, better known as dead. Well, we'll see. Still got some more games to play here, but that game did not go well for him. These games will go better, though. He's going to have more go blanks and things. Don't want the Aether Gust for Ob. Seems kind of garbage still to me. Yeah, I was thinking I might board out Shredder as well, Matt. I don't know, though. Shredder is still, like, good if they don't have the Waste Not. And I just have, like, so many other terrible cards, right? Like, my burn spells are pretty bad. He might have Hearse. I wonder if he has unlicensed Hearse. It's kind of hard to crew. I know he's going to have quad go blank. There's no question about that. I think I do want Aether Gust for Kroxa. It's very likely he has Kroxa. I think what I'm actually supposed to do is play around the Graveyard Hate. So I'm going to, like, board out 2 of these. I don't think we're trying to combo kill in the post-board games. Maybe I could leave one in. If I leave like one in and cut one of these, maybe that's the play. So I still like have it in my deck, but it's just I'm also gonna cut at least one of these. Maybe even both. Do I like any of this other stuff against what he's doing? I guess Pithing Needle can name Ob. That seems legit. I just feel like all my burn is like awful too. Pretty unimpressed with Lightning Axe here, I think. And one Fiery Impulse out. I think I'm going to do this. There's like an argument for maybe the Abrade. I guess the Abrade is probably better than the Fiery Impulse, just in case they do have an artifact I need to blow up. I don't want any of this stuff. None of this stuff makes a lot of sense. I think I'm going to go with this. Yeah, we'll keep it. Not particularly impressive hand, but it's got a 2-for-1. Yep. Probably got to take my pieces. Could be Pithing Needle if he has Ob in his hand, though. We'll see what happens. So Ob Nixilis is in his hand. Good to know. Do I want my second mana to come into play untapped? Or do I just want to cast Opt? Honestly, I'm digging for lands anyway, so I probably am supposed to just... The problem is that I can't cast Strategic Planning off the top if I draw it, and that would be like one of the best case scenario draws. Kohan, thanks for liking the stream, dude. It was fun hanging with you this weekend. Speaking of people who did really well this weekend, Kohan actually got a 6-2 as well. I'm actually just going to play this tap because I think if I drew Planning, I'd be pretty upset with myself. That's not a card I would want to opt to the bottom, but I would force myself into opting it to the bottom. It's a waste not... Oh, a hearse. All right, well, I'm glad I brought in the Abrade. Okay. Yeah, I was worried about this card. Obviously, I mentioned it. Oh, well, there's the Planning, so we played to that at least. Okay. Definitely going to play this on blue. Blue's more important. Yeah, let's plan. Let's just try and hit a land drop here. There's an island. I'm just not going to be greedy and take the island like a normal person. All right. I don't love how Scott's list only had one Abrade in it. I don't feel like that is respecting Hearse very much. I had 2 in mine and like was almost convinced that more than 2 would be correct, but okay. Well, I'm probably never casting this anytime soon. No, that might be a lie though, right? Like this card just fuels it so fast. I don't know. I have like 3 in my deck though, right? I could always hit another one. It's just unlikely I'm going to get this off. Could get Thoughtseized again here, too. I think this is the discipline play. Fiery Impulse was close, though. I'm not very impressed with this in my hand right now. Sure. Excuse me. Pieces, I guess? Probably pieces of the puzzle. I think it's pieces. Yeah, let's pieces. Okay. Well, there goes my bird, but that's unfortunate. Hopefully these ops can find me a red mana so we can start Crackling Draking. Could also find the Abrade, I suppose. Okay. Okay. Well, Crackling Drake plan it is. This Impulse is actually going to be important, so these can't get crewed up as easy. Alright, that's not a terrible draw, because we could always just hardcast it later. Let's opt. Needs to be a red source, which is awkward. Alright, well that's a red source, putting that on top. Is there any reason to opt again right now? Could hit a Ledger Shredder. Could also hit the Abrade, I suppose, but I can do that at instant speed. Is there any reason to do it right now? I believe the answer is no. So I'm just going to play this on red and pass. I believe that's the course of action I am going to take. The good news about having this shitty Temporal Trespass and Phoenix in my hand is I can just pitch them, potentially, to discard effects. Yep. The nice thing, too, is the hearses are crew, too, so my opponents, unless they have the Kroxa, it's going to be hard for them to crew these things without having more than one creature. Well, that is just absolutely rude of my opponent to Thoughtseize one of these Crackling Drakes. Very rude. Very rude and unnecessary, I would say. Very rude, very unnecessary. The whole 9 yards. He is going to 14 here, though. That's a little awkward, I think, for him. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make sure he cannot crew this. So we're going to impulse this. And then he only gets to see one of my cards, so I'm just going to give him the Temporal Trespass. Do I opt? I may as well. I don't think there's a huge punish for opting here, so I'm going to opt. Otawara. I mean, that can, like, bounce a hearse. Is that good? I mean, that's, like, not very good, right? I mean, that kind of sucks. I think it is bottom this. I don't really get what that does for me. It seems pretty poor to have to commit that much mana, and then it triggers Revolt for this, too. Yeah, that's just not good. It's not a good keep, I don't think. Bottom of this. Okay, there's a Ledger Shredder. I'm going to give him the Trespass, because the card just doesn't really do anything here. How rude. How rude, opponent. Not a great draw at all. I'd like to just draw some more draw spells, like Ops and Considers, the best possibles right now. Sure. Munch, munch, munch. Okay, that's an insanely good draw. Do I play the Hall? I think mana does matter, so the answer is yes. Shredder and Phoenix are both free discards to whatever he does, so go ahead. I need to be very cautious to never trigger Revolt here. We need to hope he doesn't have an actual kill spell to these Drakes, which I don't think he's going to have. So he only gets one card here, right? So go ahead and have my Ledger Shredder. I don't care about that one. Sure. I will take 8. Oh, if we hit really well on this pieces, we might just be able to kill him right now. It's an interesting draw, too. Could also just cast the bird. It's another real play. Although I think it's much better to pieces. So anyway, Pieces kills him. It's very unlikely that Pieces kills him, right? So I need to dodge like Kroxa exactly, or land drop 2 creatures to crew this. If he can crew both hearses, I can lose the game. What if I just go attack you, play Phoenix, go? Is that a real play here? Pieces into pieces. Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even consider pieces into pieces. Interesting. Well, let's try the pieces into pieces. We can actually just, like, cast Treasure Cruise right now, too, which is hilarious. Even through the hearse, I think we can cruise. Oh, Aether Gust is really good. That beats the Kroxa. Huh. I think I'd take Aether Gust, and obviously we would take a planning here too, I think. Although, I could only... What if I do this? What if I actually just take Aether Gust? Because that makes this an 11 power creature, and then Phoenix is lethal next turn. I think I'm only going to take Gust. I'm just going to choose Gust alone, because that beats Kroxa. That beats most things. And then I can put my opponent to 3 and they're dead to the bird. I'm definitely taking Gust. The question is, do I take the planning too? I think I need to leave up Gust. I'm just going to take Gust. Hopefully they don't have like Graveyard Trespasser too. I'm just going to attack and hope this works out for me. 11U. Sure. Go. Cannot beat a 2-power black creature here, but it is what it is. Nice. Take that, Saffron Olive, with your sweet Waste Not deck. Got him. All right. On to the next one, folks. That was a nice first match. It was honestly a lot of things happening. It was pretty interesting. That Waste Not deck definitely has some merit to it. I know that I saw somebody post that it 5-0'd. That they were 5-0ing with it on Twitter like last week. It definitely is really messed up against Ledger Shredder. That's very cool that you just like get triggers every time they... So you can like force them to connive on your turn. You can like make it a benefit to you, which is pretty cool. I think it's missing a little bit. I think it's not quite top tier, but it does seem like a pretty cool deck. Because it's a deck that just gets to main deck go blank too, which is pretty cool. I guess one thing I hadn't considered, too, is that Pithing Needle is kind of just a hard answer to Unlicensed Hearse, so he kind of does have 2 answers to it in his board. I mean, I think his hand's fine. I don't love that we don't have a burn spell, and our mana's going to be a little weird here, too. I actually might just have to play this on turn 1, this on turn 2, strategic planning, and then try chaining off spells on turn 3. That may be the right way to play this hand. We're going to keep it. I do think this is a keep. I don't love it, but I do think it's a keep. Yeah, I think I'm very likely going to play this on turn 1, actually. We'll see, though. Well, they're on a mulligan to 5, so that could be good for me. Okay, Blooming Marsh Llanowar Elves. Is this the fight rigging deck? I bet you this is the fight rigging deck. That's kind of scary, because we are very bad against Shakedown Heavy and Rotting Regisaur. It's actually kind of a hard matchup for Phoenix, I think. I don't know. We'll have to. My build was good against mono green this weekend. I had Sprite Dragons and 2 main deck Aether Gusts, and so I think my mono green. I had 4 Aether Gusts post board. This guy has what, 1? So we'll see what happens. That could be a good idea though. Thinking the ice on the board could be good for that. Maybe he just Crackling Drakes them and Fables. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So the question is, do I want to opt on turn 1? I think now that I drew this, I'm more interested, right? Because I can go opt, planning pieces, which is probably going to be how I play this game. So let's do this. Go. I would bet money I'm getting Rotting Regisaur or Shakedown heavied this turn. I think that is incredibly likely. Yep. Oh, okay. So they're going real old school here with like Coco. This is like Coco, Priest of the Forgotten Gods, stuff like that. Okay. Did this have a finish this weekend or something? Or are they just playing it? I don't know. Is a land good? A land honestly seems kind of good. Quintus, thank you for the subscription. You're a superstar. Thank you very much. And you, once we hit 50 subscribers, will be entered into that Ragavan, that foil Ragavan giveaway. So thank you very much. All right, what do we think of this land? I think this land is actually good. I'm going to keep this. I think binning lands is probably silly. I've got a lot of things to do with my mana. Yeah, this resolves. Do your thing, opponent. Do your thing. All right, so I'm going to get Coco'd next turn more than likely. It's probably, they've mulliganed aggressively to Coco, I would assume. But really, really good hand. I'm happy they didn't Rotting Regisaur or Shakedown heavy me. That would have been a lot worse. We can definitely beat all this. It's just going to be difficult. We're going to probably involve taking a bunch of turns. But let's do this. Let's cast the Strategic Planning. Let's plan it up. Fiery Impulse for that elf is kind of nice. Consider fills my graveyard quicker, though. But I think being able to interact with what he's doing seems pretty good. It gives me the option to interact next turn. I still probably want a pieces, but I think it's Fiery Impulse. Go. I'm going to take the Impulse, but plan on probably playing it in 2 turns. Opponent's got potential 5 mana. Okay, they've got 4 mana still. This doesn't have to tap to sack, so I'm still going to get... Okay, drawing this is a little annoying. But I guess what I can do is I can go land pieces if I hit 2 spells, end step, pitch bird. Okay, I think that seems really good. So that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully their Coco doesn't put lethal into play. If they hit at the absolute nuts, maybe they can kill me, but still seems unlikely, right? Even like Mayhem Devil plus another Sifter I don't think is enough, so... Okay, I'm definitely taking in other pieces. So this is going to be... Okay, I think I take the iteration here. Pieces iteration. We let the other trespass go. I think that seems correct to me. That seems correct. I'm going to do that. That sets up a pretty nasty 2 turns from now. I get to take 2 turns in a row, so let's discard this bird. All right, they did not have Collected Company, so opponent has a bad hand, I guess. What is this? So are they playing a 5-mana spell? What? I guess they don't want to sack this. All right, I respect that. They want to keep this in play. Okay, so I think the best way to play this is play cautiously. So I think what I'm going to do this turn is probably just Fiery Impulse this elf, get this off the board so they lose mana, and then just pieces again. Seems pretty good to me. I guess let's Impulse here. I should have thought through this more and done this on my upkeep so they can't float this mana like this, because I would have liked to be able to make my decision based upon what is in play. So I guess the question, can they kill me in any way off of a collected company? So they can collected company into Priest plus Devil. Priest plus Mayhem Devil. Then they could attack for 3, 4, 5, 6. That would put me to 7. They could go Priest away these 2. That would deal me 4. That would put me to 3. I still don't think I die, and putting a Phoenix into play wouldn't necessarily beat that anyway. Because I could obviously Galvanic Iteration Treasure Cruise as well, but I don't think that is what I want to do. I think we want to take a bunch of turns in a row. So I'm just going to pieces. I'm going to take both my ops. I'm going to pass the turn. They are going to do the thing. Yeah. I screwed this up, though. Should have set an upkeep stop. I don't even know if I would have noticed that in paper, to be honest. That was a pretty tough one to figure. But once I was in the spot, I realized that we should have done an upkeep. Fortunately, their Coco was egregious. It's a terrible collected company. But it does let them cast the 5-mana Korvold, I guess. And this is Korvold. That's not good. Oh, Bolas is Citadel. So they're Citadeling me here. That's pretty scary. Oh, that's really bad, too. All right. Yeah, okay, this is about as bad as it could be. 2 Innkeepers in a row off the top is about perfect. Uh-oh. Am I dead? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not quite. Not in a good spot, though. If they don't have any more, we've still got a chance here. I think we can still win. Okay, that's a really good draw, too. Alright, I think I need to start taking the extra turns, right? For sure. So this is certainly play Island, Galvanic Iteration, do this. So let's start there. That seems very obvious. And then I'm going to get 2 turns to try and figure all this out. Okay. Do this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 2 time walks, please. Do I need untapped mana here? I think I... Okay. So... how do we want to play this turn? I think I start by killing the Mayhem Devil. The Innkeepers are really annoying too, but killing Mayhem Devil seems wise. That's where we're going to start. Let's murder this, please. Die. Okay. Now, I think I flash back the Galvanic and Treasure Cruise. I think is the right play. So, let's... oh, but then I would have... no, I can't do that. I guess if I play land and opt, I can. Let's opt. Let's consider good. Consider could hit more birds. It's kind of just spinning our wheels, though. I'm not super impressed with this. I don't think this is good. I'm gonna get rid of this. I don't think we have time for this. That seems pretty weak, too. Okay, so I need to play this on probably red. And we're going to iteration and cruise. Okay, let's draw 6. We'll get bird back, we'll attack. The Otawara is pretty sick. Can let us put that Citadel back if we want. Getting to pitch this bird here to clean up is going to be nice, too. It's going to be bird Spire Bluff get pitched. Ooh, Strangle was a really good draw. Okay, so is there any way I can acquire lethal on this turn? I don't believe so, but I guess opt just makes sense, so let's start there. A bird. Damn, I wish I would have pieces now. That will be good, so I'm going to keep this. Huh. Bolas Citadel's awful if they're just dead, right? Like, the card doesn't matter very much. I think I just opt again. Okay. Yep. That is insanely good. So now I Lightning Axe one of these. Pitch this. If I pieces into another one, they just die. It's kind of interesting to think about. I mean... Huh. I'm kind of into trying to hit another one. Let's cast pieces. It's got to be good. So we hit another bird, they just lose. Alright, we did. They're dead. I'll go ahead and strangle this while I'm at it. Yep. Alright. Found our way through a Bolas' Citadel. That was sick. Alright, this deck is really messed up. Really messed up. Starting to... I mean, I've always known the extra... Like, I've seen the extra turn spell do its thing, but my god, that shit was really broken. Opponent went from being in a, like, insane position to me just finding a way to kill them. Okay. I'm going to want removal here, so why don't we do this? I think I want the Abrade. I probably... Pithing Needle's so awkward. I don't know that Pithing Needle's actually good. And Bolas' Citadel would still be good. I'm not even... They might be on Hearse. Probably not. It's hard to say. I want to go on the Crackling Drake plan here. Is that real? The Fable Crackling Drake plan? Maybe. I definitely think I like Aether Gust. Do I like this type of stuff for Collected Company? Disdainful Stroke's probably good. Spell Pierce might be good. It's like probably fine. I think I just go down on some of my graveyard silliness again. So one of these, one of these. I just don't want to get caught by Graveyard Hate randomly. Might be over-respecting Collected Company a little bit here. Wonder if I've overboarded. I think I have overboarded because I don't really want to cut anything else. So I guess what are the cards I don't want? I think I'm just going to cut the narrow cards, and those would be Spell Pierce, Aether Gust. Gust is, like, still quite good, though. Maybe go down one Treasure Cruise again. Let's go down one Cruise as well. And then maybe just the Spell Pierce and the Aether Gust. Oh, Disdainful Stroke is probably more narrow than both of those, honestly. I think it's the Spell Pierce. Aether Gust is certainly the most useful out of all of them, I think. Yeah, let's try this. I don't love that it doesn't have a burn spell, but I think I'm still going to keep it regardless. I could hold my Opt. Alright, now I'm much more likely to hold my Opt, so I could go Ledger Shredder, Opt, double trigger. Yeah, let's just play this tapped. Although, I do really want to find a burn spell for this elf. So maybe I do still just Opt, because we have a lot of ways to hit 1-mana spells. You know, I'm supposed to Opt. I'm going to Opt. We need to find burn, and we have, what, 8 1-mana burn spells in this deck, so pretty high chance we can find one in the next, like, 4 cards or whatever. Okay, I'm going to Opt. Nope. Anything other than a red burn spell is not acceptable right now. Yep. Ooh, he's missing lands too, so I'm really glad that I'm digging so hard for red burn. Honestly, I'm probably not even going to Shredder here. We're probably just... Alright, never mind. We're going to Lava Coil. And I believe it's almost certainly Coil the Elf, because this is a one-time use on that mana. Goodbye. What's up, dude? I am playing yesterday's winning list. We beat Saffron Olive in round 1, and we're up a game right now against this. So, things look good. Okay, I'm just going to go Ledger Shredder Strangle here. Just, like, absolutely no reason to not make that play. I may loot the other Ledger Shredder away. I'm pretty happy with everything else. Okay, they have a Fatal Push, but I really don't care. This is by far the worst card in my hand, like, on its own. Yeah, I just don't need this. We're probably just going to pitch this, because everything else is just going to set me up so well. Yeah, we don't need that. Goodbye. Like, it doesn't even pressure that quickly. We're just going to kill him with birds. This is fine. Okay. Like, in pieces... A little afraid of getting go blanked, so I wonder if I should actually just strategic planning Treasure Cruise here. That may be smarter. In fact, it's almost certainly smarter. Let's do this. Let's make sure that my opponent doesn't top deck into go blank on me. Fiery Impulse is pretty good. Another Pieces, though, just seems really busted. Let's just take another Pieces. Okay, time for a Treasure Cruise. Ancestral Recall, please. I'll leave a spell in there. Okay. going to play this tap, say go. Okay. Opponent is in huge trouble now. Let's pieces. Take opt strategic planning, I believe. How do I want to play this? So just play this pass, then I can opt on their turn, then really try to go off next turn. Honestly, I probably even hold the opt, because the next turn I can go like planning, opt, and try to get birds into play if I hit some. I think I just like playing this patiently, because like I said, the only way I could possibly get beaten, I feel like, is them having a go blank. So let's just not give them cards in my graveyard. I'm going to wait on the opt. I just don't think it's necessary. Oh my god. Trip planning. Okay. Ooh, the Hall to Storm Giants is pretty messed up. I might actually just take the Hall. Lightning Axe is kind of interesting too. I'm going to take the Hall. Do I just cast a Phoenix? I almost just like playing Phoenix now. Land, Phoenix, attack. Yeah, that seems good to me. Unlikely they can kill this, so it's just going to start pressuring them pretty hard. Yep. Alright, well. They did not draw particularly well, but it is what it is, I guess. On to the next one. Pretty good first couple rounds for us. Haven't exactly played against the top meta decks necessarily at all, but we did beat a very good player. Saffron Olive, very strong player for sure. Does kind of play some meme decks, but he plays them well at least. Yep. Do I want to consider on turn 1? I think so. I think I want to hit lands. Excuse me, pretty aggressively want to hit lands. Okay, play this on blue goat. Could shock in the Steam Vents, but that's a little aggressive, I think. Your turn. No, like, I don't need to play Ledger Shredder on turn 2. Okay, so they're playing Mono Blue Spirits. Sure, I'm going to consider. We're going to bin that. Okay, we're just going to play Ledger Shredder now against this deck for sure. Shock, Ledger Shredder. Go. Can use the impulse later. Whoa. Fading Hope. Huh? That's messed up. Very rude of my opponent, but at least we can we can deal with this pretty effectively here. So now I just get to go. This land was insane because now I get to go Ledger Shredder and kill your guy, get a Connive trigger. Basically trading even here with them because they did draw a card, but they are getting 2 for 1 at the moment. So, all right, do I like the land? I don't think I particularly hate the land. I think I'm probably going to keep it. I think a counter is good. So I'm probably going to... Yeah, I don't know, though. Galvanic Iteration is, like, actually a really good card to be able to cast. I'm going to pitch the tap land. I like being able to double consider. The Galvanic actually does something for me. It's also going to let me double cruise. So, that's pretty good. They're just going to be very patient in this match. Okay, well, that's annoying. Alright, well, we'll trigger again. Excuse me. I don't think I really need 2 treasure cruises, especially when I can just copy off an iteration. So I'm going to get rid of one of these. I'm going to try and consider into an untapped land, because then I get to iteration treasure cruise and draw 6, which is going to be pretty ridiculous. Pieces here is interesting too, I guess, but almost certainly, like, I want lands, but I want untapped lands. Double cruise, baby. Yeah, double cruise. All right, well, we did it. Okay, so consider... I'm just gonna bin that. Untapped land is kind of cool, but there's no way that's ideal. Trigger the Shredder. This seems awful, and counters don't matter, so I'm just going to get rid of this. Counters don't matter at the moment because it's just getting tapped. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And let's draw 6 cards. Yep. Okay. Now, we'll say my draws this game have not been particularly impressive. Like, those 6 cards were honestly pretty rancid. I feel like I've managed this game correctly, so it's just awkward. I'm going to get rid of this. I still think we're probably fine, but a little, those 6, like, I would have liked a way to kill something. Would have been pretty nice in those 6 cards. We have a lot of kill spells in our deck, so... Alright, that's alright. We can see a lot of cards here. They also have just tapped out, and they gave me another one of those. I think 2 of these is a lot. Probably going to pitch one. Next turn, I can do the whole double turn thing, which I'm definitely going to do. I can go strategic planning, temporal trespass, so we're going to do that, I think. Very likely I need to get rid of one of these, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to do that. I guess I could, in theory, just pitch a land. I guess pitching a land is probably okay. I actually lied. Let's pitch a land. I don't think island is super insane here. Okay. Plan strategically. Okay, Lightning Axe is good. Take this. Oh, that's awkward that I can't play this on red, huh? It has to be on blue to cast the Temporal here. And I also have to eat my entire graveyard. Maybe that's... The problem is I kind of just have to make that play, though. Alright, well, play this on blue. I may have screwed up getting rid of that island. I think it was probably poor. But I need an extra turn here. We're just not... I'm not going to survive if I don't do this. So trigger this, always yield. Okay, another Shredder is good. Alright, I do not have time for 2 of these. There's no way I have time for 2 of these. So let's... Now I'm going to be smart and get rid of this. I think the other Trespass is still fine. I do get a free attack here, if they give it to me. And they probably will give it to me. I think tapping here is just poor. No, Andrew, I think I had to do it here. I'm too dead right now, right? If I kill this, this is still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have lethal. They literally have lethal on board, so I couldn't wait. Like, Axe was not good enough. Alright, there's an Arclight Phoenix. That's insane. Yeah, so I get to go Shredder. Yeah, here's where we take the game away from our opponent. Lightning Axe. Kill your Lord. Discard Phoenix. Trigger the Shredders. That's insane. Let's pitch one of my ops. Because I can still go Impulse plus Opt. So that makes sense. Yeah. And then probably pitching a land. I don't really need land drops. I'm sad that this is the sequence that came in, but I think that's correct. I think I want all my spells. I assume they tap the huge Shredder. Yep. I think I just want to kill this one, to be honest. Because this one gives them something to do with their mana. Not a huge fan of that, so let's kill this. And let's cast Opt. I'm going to bottom this. Okay. Combat, and I'm not going to attack. We're just going to sit behind our blockers until we can pull further ahead. Yep. Okay. So they have to tap my Phoenix here. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Do I let them have one card? And keep my Shredder? I probably do. The Shredder is, like, real good. I'm just going to let them have one card. That's fine. Kind of needed untapped land, so maybe one of my discards was wrong. Well, that's completely ridiculous how good that was. Let's play this. And let's cast to Pieces of the Puzzle. Pitch this. pitch this. Pitch. Is it just the cruise? It's not the cruise, is it? Is it just pitch strangle? My hand is like so good that I think I can pitch a strangle here, which is ridiculous. I don't know, maybe there's the cruise actually, because then I can just go like strangle extra turn. I don't think there's any way they beat that. I'm gonna get rid of this. And I still get to resolve the pieces here too. This is so ridiculous. This deck is cracked. This deck definitely feels better than the list I played. I'll admit when I was wrong, and I was certainly wrong in this case. I just like 2 plannings, just a million cards. Combat. I think I can swing 5 here pretty safe. Yeah, I think the attack for 5 is incredibly safe. Hey, you know what? I'm not even... Screw it. I'm not... Do I even attack? It's like, don't really need to. I think the attack for 5 is pretty free, but I don't think they can possibly win a game that goes another turn, so let's do this. Well, the reason the plannings are good in his list is I don't actually think they are that much better than Chart a Course, but he's playing 6 Delve spells, so he just like had to do it. There's no way that not playing Strategic Planning was the call in this deck. It's also good against Narset, so it does have that, but... Okay. He can't attack now, so the Curious Obsession is going to fall off. Okay, goodbye Curious Obsession. Okay, that was a really good draw. Play this on red. Plan strategically. This guy is dead. Yeah, I agree. Fiery Impulse into hand. Just like kill the... Let's see. Right, kill a Shacklegeist. And then we're going to take an extra turn. I'm going to... I guess do I just discard the planning? No, planning's probably better than consider. Let's just get rid of consider, I guess. This is so ridiculous. It's unbelievable. Alright, now I'll get rid of planning. Cruise is better than all of it. I do need to be careful, though. I have almost decked. We're to the almost decked myself point of this game. Sure. I'd like another turn. Yeah. All right, wonderful. GG. These seem good. Spell Pierce is probably good. Fry's amazing. Rending Volley's amazing. Abrade is good. It's probably all we want. Lava Coil, maybe. I could maybe see Lava Coil, but let's first figure out what we're cutting. They're going to be on the Unlicensed Hearse game plan, so I'm definitely trimming a lot of this stuff. At least one of these. I might even go off the Iteration and the Trespass entirely against Spirits. This is a huge mana commitment, and I need a graveyard. I think this is probably bad. This one, I could maybe see keeping one in, because cloning stuff like my kill spells would be really good. Like double Rending Volley could be a really nice 3 mana commitment. So I think one of these might be acceptable. But I guess... feel like I should trim up pieces too. I just don't want to commit 3 mana into their deck at all. So 1 piece is out at least. Maybe even 2 pieces out. Could go down a Cruise too. Could just go down to 2 Cruise. I think Cruise is better than pieces. Though maybe I just get rid of this. Don't know. I do not know. Yeah, this one's interesting. I guess I probably bring in Pithing Needle. This can also name Faceless Haven, right? So that's kind of cool. So I probably do want this in. All right, this is nonsense. Let's just get that out of here. And probably one of the cruises or one of the pieces. I guess it's pieces. I think it's pretty close. Bring in Pithing Needle to name Unlicensed Hearse or Faceless Haven. Could also name Mausoleum Wanderer in a pinch. Yeah, we'll keep. I'm just going to kill this immediately. It's getting Fiery Impulsed into next week. A little awkward because I can't leave up Spell Pierce for Hearse, but that is what it is. Who knows? Maybe I am supposed to leave up Spell Pierce for Hearse there, because Hearse is going to be a big problem with this hand. And I had Fry, but that doesn't get around Rattle Chains. That's the problem with Spears. It's like, if I let them untap... Yeah, god damn it, man. If I let them untap, then they just can hold up Rattle Chains the entire game, which is a 4 of, so... I don't know. And I don't think they would have just slammed this into an open mana, but I can't say for sure, obviously, what they would have done. That's okay. We can still win this game. It's just a little bit of a blunder on my part, I guess. I don't even know that it's really a blunder necessarily, though. It's just like, pick your poison. What do you play around? Do you play around them... Do you play around them having like their 2 or 3 of Hearse? It's probably a 3 of. Carly's was a 3 of in the top 8 this weekend, so people will probably gravitate towards that. And I do think this card is insanely good in Spirits because it's so easy to crew. It's like very easy to crew and very good against these decks. So, alright, well, there's that. We do have an Abrade and a Pithing Needle that we can find for this, so... Oh my god. Alright, my opponent's hand has been... really annoying. You can activate this at instant speed too, right? Stupid. Stupid. I'm going to consider on the end step. Consider. I think a Lightning Axe is actually okay. It's more removal. It also is fueling this less quickly. Huh. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep Kill Spell here. I think generic Kill Spell is good. We are certainly going to need removal in this game. God damn. Well, at least we can pitch one of these to the Lightning Axe. It always tilts me when I draw 2 to 3 copies of this card after boarding one out. Like, respecting the Graveyard Hate and still draw a billion of them. I'm going to play this on red and pass. Go. Okay. Sure. I still can't really go for the kill spell because of Rattle Chains. Ooh. My opponent is a Psycho. Yeah, I mean, now they're just going to get blown out. Now I just get to fry this and then Spell Pierce. That seems great. Fry, please. There is... I guess they just don't have anything to protect? What is going on? Fry, thank you. Oh, they're crewing. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's fine. So they're attacking for 2. Do I try to Lightning Axe this hearse here? I think I do, honestly. Man, I'm gonna do it. If they're gonna give me this opportunity, I'm gonna go for it. If they have the Spell Pierce, it's like, whatever. Okay. I cannot believe that just happened. None of that made any sense. Now I get to just consider and resolve Treasure Cruise here. They very clearly don't have anything, so I just bin whatever I find and then draw 3. Very confused as to... I guess they could have Dispute specifically. Actually, they could exactly have Mystical Dispute in their hand. I wonder if I play around that. Probably not, but I guess it depends what we bin. Huh. You know, I'm actually just... I'm good with this. I believe that they might have a Dispute in their hand, so... I'm not going to bin this. I'm going to keep the planning. I think planning is messed up. Here. Ooh. Keeping the Shredder is nice. I can actually still cruise here if I want. Yeah, I think I agree with that, Blossom. I think we play around Dispute as well. I think that's just the correct way to play this. It seems like fairly likely that might be their card. I don't know. Either way, this is nuts. Let's play this. They can try and Dispute this, but... Yep, they did have Dispute. Okay, I'm going to let that... That's fine. Alright, I'm not playing around 2 of them, I don't think. I don't know, I guess I could. I guess I could just do nothing. They still have no pressure. Huh. Yeah, let's just still do nothing. This is fine. Honestly, maybe I should have just hard cast Bird. If we had the read on Dispute and just like no attack. Alright, well now Dispute doesn't get my cruise anymore, so... I'm just going to start hard casting Birds and not attacking. Make them make some tough decisions in life here. I think they might have another Dispute here. This is pretty funny. Okay, go. No attacks. I'm not the aggro deck here. We'll just sit behind our wall of birds. The wall of birds. Sure. Okay, I think just play another bird. To be completely honest. Seems very good. Sure. No. Alright. Your turn. That was kind of them to show me they have nothing. I'm just going to chump block, I believe. The only downside is I could draw no spells and not be able to reanimate these. I guess I play around drawing like ass. We'll play around not drawing a spell in 4 cards because that could theoretically happen. And it would be such a disaster that it's just... it's not even worth. Alright, let's kill this. Let's opt. I'm going to bottom that. Let's treasure cruise. Nice. Strangle op, treasure cruise. Let's play this tapped. Combat. I think we are actually winning the race pretty handily now. But I still think I can just play this safely. Yeah, I'm just going to play safe. Just don't think there's any reason to be overly aggressive in this matchup. Definitely not my role. Sure. Okay. Draw another one. Why on earth would that be your play? Alright, well, pieces of the puzzle. Spell Pierce. Opt. We'll keep that. That's fine. We'll play that too. Combat. Alright, now I can crash for 6 easily. Sick. Arclight Phoenix 9 you. The birds are coming. I do not think it is possible for me to lose this game. Yeah, I think I just pass. I'm not even interested in killing this. It just doesn't matter at all. Alright, well, seeing how this guy won the tournament, we haven't dropped a game. Strangle the Phantom in case of second Phantom. Yeah, we did that, right? We strangled the Phantom? I can't remember. You might be right. Maybe I didn't quite sequence right. It's possible. Didn't they have a card in hand? Also, if they top deck another Supreme Phantom, it definitely... well, then we just, like, double block it with birds. But I see what you're saying. It makes the game go a lot longer. Yeah, if they didn't have a card in hand, I should have strangled their Phantom for sure, I guess. I'm not remembering what turn that was, but you're correct. We should have done that. I could have swore they had a card in hand, though. But yeah, if there was a turn where I didn't strangle when the Phantom was in play, when they had nothing in their hand. If they have a card in their hand, I don't think it's right to ever go for the strangle, to be honest. Like, they still had 4 Rattle Chains in their deck. There's no way I'm not always going to play around that. But yeah, but I'm also never going for it if they have a card in hand. I mean, let's be honest. Our opponent played that game horribly anyway. So that game is like... that game should have gone way different than it did. Them just throwing away their unlicensed hearse was absolute nonsense. It made no sense at all. Just, they lost to every single burn spell. Every single instant speed burn spell in Phoenix they lost to right there, except other than the one of Rending Volley. When they crewed it up on turn 3. Or 4, or whatever it was. I think it was turn 4, because they played the 4th land, but it's just ridiculous. Crazy, crazy stuff. It's Swifty time. Alright. I wonder if they're playing mono red. Chandra background, Swifty time. Probably mono red or red white heroic. That's what I'm expecting here. %, playing Lotus. That's fair. It's funny. That is funny. Hand's fine. It's not exciting, but it's not a mulligan. Okay. That was about as good as it gets. Do I want to shock? I probably will want this on red anyway, so I think just playing this on red and strangling this is good, so I'm going to do that. Not in the top 100? Jeez. The deck's not that bad. The deck is not that bad. That's a lot of good players just don't want to play the deck right now, but I don't think the deck is like that egregious. My god. That's insane. Alright, well, Trail of Crumbs is going to be a really annoying card for us to beat, I think. We'll see, though. Do I just play Ledger Shredder this turn? I think I'm fine. Like, if they kill Ledger Shredder, it's just in my graveyard for the cruise later, so I think that's acceptable. I could wait to play the Shredder until next turn, though. I could just play tap land, play Shredder, cast Consider, trigger, pitch one of these burn spells that isn't doing much right now, but the burn spells are going to do something eventually. Thought it got 65th. Amazing. I'm going to go for this line. Let's see how this one pays off. I assume their play is just going to be like land, go, sack food, activate. Another trail. Please don't have another land. If they don't have mana, this isn't going to be that. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, my goodness. I'm just going to... Oh, that's so bad, dude. I can't even, like, kill that. Killing that's not even a good play. Killing that's actively terrible. Okay, this is not going great thus far for me. Alright, another Ledger Shredder is kind of cool. Now I kind of wish I would have played the other one, but I'm not certain that I was supposed to. Play this, cast Consider. Oh. Well, that's pretty good. Let's pitch this bird. Let's resolve this Consider. A land is not actually that bad, but I do just kind of want stuff in my yard. So I think this is like kind of close. I'm gonna bin it, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna bin this. Alright, that's a pretty sick draw, considering I wanted the land anyway. Alright, well, time for Cat to start beating me up. God, they have oven. Oh, they don't have oven. Okay, so that's why we waited. I was worried about getting pushed. So at least I can take solace in the fact that waiting did get me a trigger, which was cool. So can play this. God, killing this is just awful. It's just heinously bad. I can't do it. Do I actually have to just impulse my own Ledger Shredder and then pitch the Lightning Axe to it to grow it so it doesn't die? What a wild play that is. But that might actually be what I need to do, which is insanely stupid. But I think it is what I need to do, actually, so it's... I could just cast Cruise, but then I have to exile my own... I don't have to exile my bird to do that. I think that's incorrect. I don't think I want to cast Cruise yet. I think we want to get this going. Huh. We could just cast Cruise if we just play the coast, I guess, and then we don't have to exile the bird, right? It still just seems like really slow, and then I'm not utilizing this. I can't sit here and wait around because they have food and trails. They're going to find oven eventually. I think this is the right play. We just need to be explosive and get as many cards into our yard as possible because we're going to have to win this game with Temporal Trespass. I guess this turn I can just do nothing and play this, and then next turn we'll get our bird back too. That's probably the right play, is just don't play my second spell here. Play this, say go, Cruise later, Cruise next turn, because next turn I'll be able to get any number of birds I get back. So let's just build up our mana right now. It's probably correct. And then if they kill my Shredders, so be it. But I definitely think it's right to get this one in play. The Meat Hook Massacre. Sure. You've got a Meat Hook. And presumably a land. I will not block. Make them have the land there. Yep. so they're going to meat hook it up. That's fine. All of that is fine. Am I supposed to just, like, cast one of these? The Lightning Axe and, like, pitch the Impulse? Is that a real play? Am I supposed to Lightning Axe my own creature? Pitching Fiery Impulse? That might actually be the play, which is kind of nuts, but I almost think I'm supposed to do that. I don't know, that might be a little crazy. Probably is a little crazy. I don't know, though. This is a tough one for me. I'm gonna let it happen. I think what I should have done is, as soon as I saw them hit this meat hook off that trail, I probably should have done the Impulse my own bird pitch axe play. Because then they couldn't have killed it here with the 5th land drop. Alright, that was a really good draw, though. We're not many better draws than an Opt or a Consider off the top. Alright, we'll keep this on top, for sure. Cast Strategic Planning. I'm gonna take the Iteration, I think. We're gonna cast this Treasure Cruise. I'm going to draw 3 cards. Very nice, very nice. We're going to play this. We're going to get our Phoenix back, and we're going to hit you for 3. Always yield. Combat. Attack. Yep. Overgrown Tomb, sure. Another trail. Yikes. Okay. I would imagine it starts with a Galvanic Iteration and a Treasure Cruise, right? I can't imagine we do it any differently than that. Am I supposed to just be pitching my... God, putting this in the graveyard is just actively awful. There's no way that's correct. I guess I could kill my own bird. So maybe that's going to be correct. I'm definitely doing... So if I am going to kill my own bird, it would be like Lightning Axe. Alright, let's... How do I hold priority? I guess I can respond to my spells, right? Because I kind of want to go like... So let's play this, I think. I kind of want to go like Lightning Axe, pitch, impulse, hold priority, Lightning Axe, pitch this, then Galvanic Iteration, then Cruise. Is that insane? I'm hitting control. It's not doing anything. Plus control? What? No, just control. I've hit control. It's not doing anything. Do I have to hold it? Oh, we'll hope it works, I guess. Hold it. I see. Oh, I see. Okay. It's a little awkward if I draw more birds. I wonder if I just, like, impulse my own thing. Why? I mean, I'm holding control. It didn't do anything. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously I did it wrong, but whatever. This is okay. A little tilting, but... This is good if we draw another Phoenix, though. We'll make it work, I guess. It's fine. This is awkward. If I would have played it the other way, I didn't have to eat my own iteration, but I think I have to eat my own iteration now. We need to obviously keep the bird. Maybe I don't. Let's see. If I put 2 mana... I guess I could just tap out for it, too. Let's just tap out for it, I guess. And then I can delve 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess that seems fine. Let's do this. Let's draw 6. Okay, there's another bird, which we can pitch at the cleanup step. Combat. Always yield. Attack. Some argument to not put that in the graveyard because of a thing like main deck Soul Guide Lantern being very plausible out of the Jund Trail deck, but let's do it this way. That's fine. Sure, that's gonna die. Yep. Alright, we need to very soon find the extra turn spell because we are in a lot of trouble if we don't find it. Overgrown Tomb, sure. Sure. Ledger Shredder's interesting. I think I'm okay with a Ledger Shredder. Yeah, let's shred. Fills up my graveyard pretty fast, so I think I'm into it. Kill this. That's a good one. I'm just going to pitch the Lightning Axe, I think. That's fine. Plan strategically. One of them into my hand. I definitely take the Trespass. Play this. Cast Consider, I believe. Bennett. Okay. Combat. Get the boys back. Yeah, and I think my opponent is just super dead if they don't, like, meat hook us again here, which, even if they do, I still think they're super dead, is the funny thing. Corvold. Yeah, that's very good, but actually not going to do it, which is hilarious. Sure. I think I pitch a spell here. I think a land is actually pretty good. Maybe it's the land. Yeah, I want a spell. It makes it bigger, too. Yep. I'm going to consider right now. No. Not binning a pieces, that is for sure. Talk about a card I would not bin here. Okay. That's a pretty good one. So, I want to Strangle, then Iteration, then Trespass. So, Strangle.